Good morning, guys. Today is February 9, 2017, and we are about 3 minutes away from the market open, and we're just gonna be just a second here. Perfect. So today we have few good plays in the market. The first one is SGY. Now SGY has a there is catalyst out from last night that says that they had an auction result for some sale of one of their properties. So I feel like it does have potential. Plus it's an energy company, so oil is up today. Crude oil is up. And some of the main futures are up as well. So I feel like with this low floater, it does have a habit of making $1-2 moves on each day that it really runs. So for volume, we're looking for 2, 3, 4 million volume. Right now, pre-market, the volume is only 65K. So that's another thing I really like. I think it's low volume right now, but when people start getting in, it can really run. So what I'm looking for is the break of 770, which is the pre-market high. So break of 770, that means, push towards 8, and then the break of 8, we have a clear room up to 870, which is a 200 moving average. So next thing we're looking at is AEHR. I think with this, it's a very good play as well. It had major move yesterday. Right now it's consolidating just below the 350 mark. So a break of 350, the $0.50 mark, we could see a potential run up to 369, and then a break of 369, guys, we get a brand new 52-week high. So a new 52-week high is definitely a bullish sign. That means bulls are strong, people are buying, and that could bring in some more volume. Now, this does have a news out from yesterday. They received a new order from subcontractors, and this was one of the leading, gainers from last night. So I feel like it does have potential to run today as well. Then second thing we have, guys, is RELV. Now RELV just popped over the 530 pre-market. It is a very low float, guys. It's a float of 730,000, so very, very low float. Does have potential to run. What I would look for at this point, is a break of 6. A break of 6 meaning we get a break of 6, and then we can potentially see a push towards 7. It does make dollar moves as well. So right now, to start off, I am gonna be watching AEHR, just because it's consolidating below that. So I will be watching that. The markets are open, so we'll see what happens here. Okay, I'm in. I'm just gonna put my stop. Just took a small loss there. I got in for the break of that, but it definitely failed. So I got out, 20-cent loss there. My goal was for the break of 369, but we didn't get it. So yeah, just a $60 loss there. Not what I wanted, but it's all right. So we'll see what happens here. I was, for this, I was looking for a quick run right out of the gates. I got in for the break of, I got in right at 349 for the break of 348 pre-market high, but then it just pulled back. So I got out. I should have had my stop actually, guys, just below at 330, but I did get out at 329, so that's where my stop would have been. So I did get that entry, the stop I was looking for. Now let me see what. So RELV is not doing much. It just kind of dropping. VKTX is another one that I am watching, but it's just kind of, it's not doing much either. SGY is going down as well. So guys, we're in no rush right now to get into anything. A lot of the stocks that were gapping up are dropping right at the market open. So we're just gonna be MCHX. So this one is popping up. Let's see what's going on here. So there's a big person at 367. Let's see if that can hold. I'm just gonna see if there's some news out on this. MCHX. Okay, I'm looking to get 300 at 372. Let's see. Okay, I just got filled. Oh wow, it just dropped. So the news is they partner with Facebook. So I'm just putting my stop at oh wow, this is just dropping. Didn't expect this. Okay guys, I just had a couple bad plays. The reason I jumped in this, guys, just because I saw MCHX partners with Facebook, launches Omega Analytical Cloud for industry's first complete view of customer behavior. So I just saw the partner with Facebook, and I really thought this would have some potential, but clearly not. It does have a 24 million in float. So we'll see what's happening. Okay, so Bioc here. Just watching, see what's happening here. It's a little choppy right now on the 1 minute. So the pre-market high was 217. Right now we're not gonna jump into anything, guys. As you guys can see, I just had a $141 loss on 2 trades. They both, I lost a lot more than I wanted to on both of them. The first one actually was right around my risk. The second one, I just made a bad trade on that. I jumped in just because I saw the Facebook name, actually, to be honest. So I just thought that, hey, you know what, it has some good news with Facebook. It can potentially run, but we didn't get that. So I ended up selling. My ideal exit would have been below this 353, but I got out at 345. So just didn't put my stop right away. Now, as you guys can see, this is dropping. It did have potential, guys. Pre-market just went from 3 all the way up to 409. So as it was curling up, I really thought this had potential to go back up to 4, and then a break of 409 would be something we would look for, but just didn't get it on that one. Right now, we're just keeping eye on some things, watching what's going on. not gonna jump into anything because I feel like a lot of the things are looking weak right now. A lot of the things that should have been moving are just kind of failing. Like this, for example, consolidating right before, below the 350 mark. A break of 350 should have brought in some positive volume. Get a push towards that. Try to test this high of day again, 369. But clearly it doesn't have enough, people coming in to buy, so that's why it is dropping. So we're just gonna be on the sidelines for now, guys, and just keep some things on watch and just see what potential plays can be made today. But we have to be careful, guys, because both of my first two plays didn't pan out as I expected them right away. Instead, they actually ended up going against me in a pretty bad way. So we'll just be watching here. I'll be back. So guys, I had this morning I had a couple what I would probably call them stupid plays. I don't think I had a good setup to go trade any of those, the ones I did this morning, except the first one, AEHR. That was something I was looking for. It just didn't pan out the way I wanted. But then the second trade, MCHX, I think that could have been traded a bit better, a bit differently. I just didn't wait for the right setups. I just it's usually when you have a loss in the beginning of the day, and then you try to make up for that loss, you just it just takes over you for some reason. Because I just started my day, I had a $60 loss, and then I see MCHX, and I see the news, and it's like partner with Facebook, and I'm like, okay, I'm in, right? This definitely has potential, but as you guys can see, MCHX right now is basically just been downtrended, has done nothing else, and I bought it on this curl here for looking for the move back up to 4. So didn't really get it, didn't pan out the way I wanted. So right now I'm watching Skies, SKYS. It does have a I just made a major move right out, break of 3, went all the way up to 362. So what am I looking for here, guys? I'm looking for a 5-minute setup on this. So this candle is, it's forming a doji. So right now it's, this candle started at 950. So at 955, the next candle will come about. So what I like about this now is the fact that it is consolidating right, below these levels. So once it gets above this, 9 EMA and 5 EMA on the 1 minute, what I'm looking for is a new high, above this. So 320, I'm gonna try to get in on it basically just above this candle, 324. So around 326. It is. On this candle, it just made a lower low. I would have loved to see this kind of hold and just consolidate and move up. But right now, as you guys can see, it is dropping, so we will be staying away from this. I'm not looking to play this as it's showing weakness here. Although it is going down on low volume, the volume that when it went up, was 293, 324, and then 397, and right now it's just trading about 91,000, 104,000. So it is a bit, the volume is a bit lower than what it was when it was going up. So, we still wouldn't mind seeing a new 5-minute high, above this 308. And then a push back towards up to the VWAP, a break of that, we could see a push towards up to high of day. But just because the way most of these stocks are reacting right now, they just had moves in the pre-market and then they just kind of faded off. Based on that, we'll just kind of stay away from this for now. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens as time goes. And right now nothing else is really moving, so we're just kind of staying on the sideline and watching this. So yeah, just I'll keep you guys posted. All right, guys. So I was just looking around what was going on with Skies, because it basically, after that first initial move, from three, just a break of three all the way up to 362. It's just been downtrending. It basically retraced all of its gains. Is back below three now. So just looking over at Twitter, I was just scrolling through, and then I saw some chat rooms. They were basically talking about it. So I think the pump that this jump right here that happened was just a little chat room pump, and since then it's just been retracing here. So I'm just gonna look up. I don't see any news on it, but I'm just gonna double check here. Oh, so they did have a earnings out yesterday, so last night. So that kind of brought in, I guess, some momentum in. As you guys can see, pre-market, kind of jumped up and then just downtrended and then pushed up again. So definitely, I feel like there was some chat room that pumped it. Okay. It's just a lot of the things have, are not having any follow through today, guys. So based on that, I'm just kind of watching. I think I won't be taking any more trades, just because I've hit my my daily max loss is 100, so I've just went over that. So based on that, I think it's just better for me to stay away from the markets now, and just not make any more stupid plays, because I feel like whatever I'll do now, it'll be basically based on my emotions and not the setups. So just keeping that in mind, I'm just gonna walk away. I'm just gonna go do my journals, and I'll watch these videos again, and make sure and see where I went wrong, what I could have done better, and how to avoid these kind of big losses in going forward. Because I don't know if you guys watched my yesterday's video, but I mentioned towards the end that this is my last time I can refill my account. So first day of a new account, losing $140, not the way I wanted to start it. But I am not letting it discourage me, just because for some reason this morning I was just being very impatient, and I don't know. It's just I felt it. I felt like I wasn't following any of the rules, and having this loss now is definitely a wake up call. It's like, okay, guy, I can't keep messing around like that. I need to get more disciplined. I need to stick to my rules, stick for better plays. So and both of my plays today, guys, I really didn't know, except for the first one, AEHR. I did knew that I wanted to get out below this 330 level, because that was the pre-market support. But for me to get in at 349 and have my stop at 329 is a very big it's a 20 cent risk, and I don't think I need to take that much of a risk, because my account is obviously not that big, and for me a 20-cent risk is a huge risk. I need to keep my risk from below 10 cents. 10 cents needs to be my max risk on any trade. 15 pushing it, but 20-cent risk is a lot. So on this trade, guys, I could have, when I saw that the support was 330 and I'm buying it up at 340 on the first candle, I should have just stayed away, because it's the first candle. People still don't know what's going on. If I wanted to buy the stock, I could have waited for a second candle or the third candle. Look for a push, maybe a break of 369. That would have been the ideal spot to buy. After maybe it pulls back a little, and then get in on the first minute setup, and then look for that push towards 369. But I just jumped the gun, looking for the push to 369 just right out the gates. And one thing I think I did wrong was, if I'm looking for a push right out of the gates, it needs to be consolidating right below that. not 20 cents below that. It needs to be consolidating in the 340s, 345s, and you know, then as it's curling up and the market opens, that's when I need to have my order ready, and then look for the push of 348 or the break of 350 and jump in, because then I feel like, you know, it has momentum. People are, you know, consolidating the stock, and then everybody's watching the same thing, and as soon as it breaks it, all the traders are jumping in. But I obviously did not do that, and then I had a $60 loss, and due to that loss I went to MCHX because I was just looking for the next play that would, you know, help me make that money back. And as soon as I saw it, as soon as I saw this curl, and then I checked the news and I saw Facebook, you know, partnership with Facebook or a contract agreement with Facebook to do something, I just instantly jumped in. I did not care for how it was looking on the 5-minute. I didn't care for, you know, what the volume was on these candles, you know, how many people were buying, you know, what was going on. I just jumped in, you know, thinking that, oh, it's Facebook, people are gonna see it, this is a huge news, it's gonna move. And clearly, as you guys can see, a lot of people probably thought like me and they bought it, and then, you know, a smart money was just moving out. So I need to stick with the smart money if I want my account to grow, and I cannot have losses that are, you know, this substantial, because they obviously hurt my account in a major way. So moving forward, you know, moving to tomorrow and next week, I need to be my number one goal needs to be wait for better plays. Don't jump in on the first candle, especially when it's, you know, doing what AEHR was doing, consolidating way away from the you know, the resistance level. I just need to keep all of those things in mind. There's a lot to think about when you're trading. It's not an easy thing. It's not just jumping in, buying whenever. You need to keep a lot of things in consideration, and usually I'm good at it. It's just sometimes I don't know, I panic. I just think I know what's going on, and it usually ends up costing me. So thanks you for watching, guys. You know, I feel like today's been a very valuable lesson. You know, been a wake-up call for me, because like I said, this is my back is against the wall, and I need to keep that in mind moving forward. I definitely need to keep that in mind moving forward. So I will definitely learn from this loss. I will come back tomorrow with a clear head, and you know, look for better plays, and yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.